What's going on, guys? Welcome back to B-Ball TV. Wilt Chamberlain is one of the most fascinating and intriguing players in NBA history. He put up statistics that no one else has ever come close to matching, and dominated the league in a way that no one else ever will. Yet, he often fails to receive the respect that he greatly deserves. In conversation about the greatest of all time, he is often downgraded to a lower spot on the list, as his critics claim that he dominated poor opposition, put up statistics at the expense of his team, and was a bad teammate on and off the court, and a loser who could never carry his team to victory. Furthermore, they say he wouldn't be as great if he played in today's NBA. In this video, I will focus largely on the last claim, and I will show that Wilt Chamberlain possessed the ability to play at an all-time level in any NBA era. To start off, Wilt was physically gifted. He stood at 7'1" and weighed between 250 and 300 pounds at various points in his career. He had incredibly long arms and could nearly reach the basket standing flat-footed. However, unlike many centers, he was also unbelievably athletic. He was a track and field star in college and reportedly possessed a 48-inch vertical. Wilt was always in tremendous shape and his conditioning was outstanding, as the fast pace of the 1960s required players to constantly race up and down the floor, and Wilt never averaged fewer than 42 minutes per game. Once, he even averaged 48.5 minutes per game, 30 seconds per game longer than regulation. Wilt also possessed absurd strength, because there are stories of him bench pressing 500 pounds, or picking up and throwing large teammates with ease. Legend has it that Wilt was considered one of the strongest men in the world during his prime, which is made even more amazing by his height, which usually would preclude these feats. There were also several aspects of Wilt's game that are frequently forgotten. First, although he could dunk over anyone, he also was a good shooter, and possessed a deadly fadeaway jumper and finger roll. Second, beyond being the greatest scorer and rebounder the game has ever seen, Wilt was also a fantastic passer, and his league-leading 8.6 assists per game season tops the best season ever submitted by Derek Fisher, Tony Parker, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Penny Hardaway, or Derrick Rose, all of whom are generally considered to be better passers. Wilt is almost indisputably the best passing center ever, and the combination of his dominance inside and his passing abilities made him a fantastic teammate to have on the floor. Third, Wilt was an amazing defender. This is often forgotten, since many NBA fans see the two best players of the 1960s thus. Wilt was a tremendous scorer, Russell was a tremendous defender, and both were tremendous rebounders. This brief analysis fails to recognize that while Russell really was a mediocre scorer, Wilt was in fact a dominant defender, and there are legendary tales of his shot blocking prowess. Let's compare Wilt to a prime Dwight Howard. Dwight is a fantastic specimen. He stands at 6'11", weighs 265 pounds, and possesses outstanding strength and athleticism, especially for a player his height. His vertical is estimated to be close to 40 inches. Howard is a tremendous defender. He has won 2 consecutive Defensive Players of the Year award. When he retires, Howard will go down in the record books as a rebounder and shot blocker, and would likely present a challenging matchup for any historical center. What about Wilt? Wilt has 2 inches and around 25 pounds on Dwight, and his vertical may be as much as 8 inches greater. Dwight is very strong, but Wilt was likely stronger. Wilt has greater size, greater athleticism, and greater strength. People have frequently made the argument that players in earlier eras usually tend to be worse than players in the modern era. But there are certainly exceptions, of which Wilt and Russell are 2. There is no reason to assume that Wilt was inherently worse than Dwight because he played in an earlier era. One might argue that Dwight has a superior array of post moves, which is true, but that is entirely a product of his time. I have no doubt that if Wilt has been born in 1982, he would have a fantastic repertoire of fakes and spins. But in the 1960s, he simply didn't need them to dominate his opponents. Wilt also has a superior shot away from the basket, as his fadeaway and finger rolls are much more accurate than Dwight's. Defensively, Wilt will likely be a tremendous shot blocker because of his great size and athleticism. He has all the tools to dominate the current NBA, though not to the extent to which he dominated in the 60s. There have been some rule changes since Wilt's heyday, but he's so physically gifted that he would probably be able to adapt to them with little trouble. To summarize, Wilt was an amazing player. He was huge, incredibly athletic, and incomparably dominant. His individual accomplishments have never been so much as approached. He set all-time records in scoring, rebounding, accuracy, durability, and versatility. He was amazingly multi-talented and somehow transformed his style of play halfway through his career from an unstoppable individual to a selfless teammate. Wilt's talent were so transcendent that he would have been a fantastic Hall of Fame caliber player in any era. So, this is why Wilt Chamberlain will still be a superstar in the modern NBA. Leave your opinions down in the comment section below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. And until next time, peace out guys.